Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to round one of the ESR Tugas PHSR Praga Champ. As previously stated, round one coming from the spa of Frankie Chompers. Pre-commentary. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the rapper formerly known as Boppenheimer, and his new album, I Am Become Deaf, Destroyer of Dance Floors. Michael Magus.
Oh, thank you. Is do you actually recognize Spa as a track at this point, or is that still
No.
still not happening? Okay. But you know it's a thing. You're aware of what Spa is.
Yeah, it's in fucking Switzerland or something.
Belgium.
Same thing.
Byron actually did make a Trackmania version of Spa which is called the Spa Day. Send it. There's an email I have that says "Treat yourself," and it's there. Anyways, yeah, this is the opening round of the series that we're doing with Petrolhead and Tugas, like Byron said. And I don't have a ton else to add. I know we're doing time penalties for the stewarding. I recognize most of the drivers in the field, so that suggests that there's not a lot of new people. Although I am liking the flag next to Berger in 16th place. That's Namibia, right?
Could be.
I think it is.
Very well could be.
Anyways, Tobias Thierolf is on pole. Fucking surprise.
Wow.
Henrik Andreasen, Bertrand Barria, Antonio Costa, Martin Evans, Andrew D, Magic Kaszczuk, Serge Hendricks, Yuri Kratrovel? So we're going with Andy Darnell, Christian Kupovic, Lucas Bro, Adam Komorowski, Rick Martel. Hey! Rick's in the field. Nice. Fortis Zizoglu. I love that name. I will never stop loving that name. Rhino Burger.
My favorite flavor. And can't confirm that is Namibia.
Oh, excellent. Vic Vega, Lucas Wollering, Adam Stewart, Timo Ryder, and the guy who's a little out of place there is Josiah Jerome down at the back. 14 seconds off a pole. I suspect that is not a clean lap and that he should be probably coming through the field. We'll find out.
Possibly, but being as it is that he is from tropical Namibia. Caribbean Namibia?
I think he's still repping the
Dominica
flag.
Did you know that Dominica was a French colony? And now they speak Swedish.
I was aware of that. Yeah, it is Dominica. I was going to say, the only reason I know Namibia's flag is because of the great sport of rugby.
Woo! Go backwards. Hell yeah, let's go.
I wouldn't do that.
I would.
Because some tracks will just straight up black flag you for that, and then you're out of the race, and we ain't rebooting the server. Something stupid. I'm just saying.
All I know is we were supposed to do this as live commentary with a younger gentleman from Petrolhead, but Mike had to have his
I was
mouth
getting
worked up.
a dental implant put in. It is in there now, although I do have the lovely fun of having an infected abscess below the dental implant, so that's fun.
Delightful.
I'm on antibiotics for that. Also, we had UFC fight card. Because Saturdays, I don't know what I know exactly why you guys keep picking Saturday. I do actually know. But it does make it harder for us to do the commentary.
Correct.
For example, I think this upcoming weekend, we've got the Australian card, so I think that'll probably be UFC 293.
Could
with Izzy Adesanya versus Sean Strickland, which is a main event where I've never so desperately wanted to see both men get knocked out. I honestly can't think of a main event where I just wanted the double KO worse than this. And I've seen Matt Hughes versus BJ Penn in a main event.
Matt Hughes versus himself, which is basically his personal life.
I was gonna say. So you mean Matt Hughes versus Mark Hughes? I'm down for that.
That might be tight as fuck. Because I think at this point, Mark Hughes might be able to take him.
Most likely, given the medical condition of Matt Hughes right now. But we'll just leave it at that. Anyways, yeah, we're here at Spa Francorchamps. Great track, fantastic track, and we're gonna see if anybody from Petrolhead can take the fight to Tobias.
Maybe.
We'll talk quickly about the cars here. The Praga R1 which is the car you see before you, everyone's driving it, is a Czech sports car. I'm kind of curious here. I'm going to pull up the stats for it.
Are these cars all owned by Praga Khan?
Well, no.
Is that why they're called that?
These numbers I am about to provide you are all from Wikipedia, so who knows if they're accurate. Let's see. 300 to 390 horsepower, very cool. Weight 643 kilograms. It has a 60-liter fuel tank. Do we have any top speed numbers? This would be nice.
I am speed.
Doesn't look like we have any top speed numbers. Notable drivers include basically a bunch of people who don't have Wikipedia pages. And Jimmy Broadbent. There you go. I know who that is. I watch his streams.
He's that guy who did that thing with that ping pong ball.
It's a turbocharged car with a Renault engine, and it is mid-engined. So there you go. You officially know everything I know about the Praga, and you may know more depending on who you are. Alrighty, let's get ready to rock. We got 23 cars on the grid. Looks like Ken Scott did not put up a lap time, and as a result, he's starting at the back. And we are off, headed down towards La Source. I believe, anyways. I think we're
That's the place in that Matrix movie.
There we go. This is indeed the super tight hairpin of La Source. By the way, La Source is got to be like one of the worst ideas for a first turn ever. So many pileups occur there. We didn't get anything this time, so that's good work, everybody. And we head down towards Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time. Thierolf still in the lead. Costa and D, along with Barrier, rounding off the top 5, and a penalty for Krachoving for cutting the track. Just a slow down penalty. We'll see if we pick out any good liveries. I like the teal and black livery. I'm not sure who's driving it. I think it might be Serge Hendricks. Might be the one at the wheel of it. I do like it. Just because I like teal. Big fan.
He did that song about Kiss from a Rose?
Seal, not teal.
Oh, my bad.
Although I do actually really like that song.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. I honestly can't say I've heard anything else he's done.
I think he had another song or two on a couple of different soundtracks.
Yeah, he had a couple, but like I don't recall them.
You want me to point to one of them? I can't.
Andy Darnell going very well. Oh, Lucas Wallering spins around. Looks like he got into the back of somebody. And that will drop him down the order. We've already lost somebody, Byron, and it's your favorite driver.
Not Federico.
It is Federico Vanger.
No.
He's out.
His car must have just exploded.
Must have. Also, I didn't see Vanger on the grid, so that suggests that there were actually additional guys on the grid that I didn't see. So, I'm not sure how many cars we had start this race. Being shown 23, there are 22 running, so we do know that. But there may have been more.
I'd say we got about 70, 80 races here today.
That'd be pretty cool.
Indeed.
You can't do that in Raceroom, though. The tracks max out at like 30, 32 for the most part. Ooh, somebody's. That is Berger, Blom, and Vic Vega. All piled up.
You're gonna blow him up.
And Berger coming off the worst as he rejoins at the back of the pack. Indeed, that is Serge Hendricks driving the teal car, so go Serge. You officially have my rating. Plus anybody else who's in the same livery. On board with Christian Kubovic, who is battling with Fortis Zizoglu. By the way, Zizoglu's up 4 spots. Josiah Jerome up to 14th place, by the way, is your big climber right now, plus 8 positions. Side by side through Eau Rouge. That is ballsy, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Yeah. This man.
Down the inside goes Kubovic.
He was the fine foxy man in the paddock, if you will. Which is not the
further
correct
up. Bertrand Barrier looking down the inside of Andrew. Oh no! That's Martin Emmons. Martin Emmons tipped into a spin by Serge Hendricks. We'll just ignore that happens, Serge. Don't worry.
Yep.
I kid. You'll hear my voice again on the stewarding video, by the way, as I will once again be the voice of Steward Jack Hendricks.
They never asked me to do it.
I don't think we really want you. This is so good. Wow. I think you would be bored being the voice of the steward.
I think I would be exceptional.
It's a surprisingly long process. I don't think people really actually appreciate how long it takes. Sometimes it's a lot of and it's a lot of me sitting here drinking a pop, listening to Jack go, and debating with himself, and sometimes using me as a soundboard for building. That's about it. That is my role.
What if you guys just figure it out and then give me a script, and then I kind of use most of the script, and we have a cool little stewarding video?
See, I don't trust you to stick to the script.
Oh, I mean, I'll be.
By the way, Martin Edmonds and Andy Darnell are having some ridiculous server connection stuff going on here. Martin's car is moving very, we'll put it this way, interestingly, as he is battling for 8th place with Darnell. Drawn by the way up 10 spots.
To all of the penalizing
Rick Martel
details.
going very slow. Oh, I like Rick's car. I like the
very much. He's always in red. That's predictable.
True. You're right. If Gulf oil is not available, it's red and black.
Rick the Model Martel currently sporting the Arrogance livery. Does Rick Martel actually know anything about the wrestler Rick Martel?
I have no idea.
Fair enough. We're just going to keep going with it.
I've kind of always assumed he does, just because he's never reacted with confusion.
That is true.
That's too ironic. I'm gonna pull up the entry list here to see if there's any teams in play here. So I'm seeing a lot of similar liveries. And that could just be I don't know how many liveries are available for Praga. That is the downside of Raceroom. You are limited to the amount of liveries in the game. Sometimes that just doesn't cover it. It doesn't look like... Oh, there it is. It doesn't look like we have a race out page. We do. Sometimes we don't. RWB has their own thing, so when we do RWB, it tends to be there. Okay. Bookings, please. It doesn't look like there's any teams at play here. It does look like we have a pro and an amp championship. I like that. I like that a lot. It means that there's going to be a champion who's not named Tobias.
My goodness. Dear Yuri, slow your ass down.
Josiah Jerome up to 12th place, looking to make a move on Adam Kelmarowski, as well as the aforementioned Yuri.
This would be a Yuri Amateur Haska, right?
Yuri's also got some bad. Oh Lord, I'm just gonna say right now, there's a couple of guys here that Byron you're probably gonna like in this series because they look like they got some serious netcode issues going on, and that can lead to some interesting incidents.
Teleportation, homie over here in the Optimus Prime livery.
Indeed, Lucas Wollering trying to get around Ken Scott. I also like this blue livery here that is Andy Darnell sport. It's very nice. A couple of nice liveries in the field. Yes, that is Josiah Jerome, unfortunately kissing the wall out of Radion. I always forget, actually, is it Radion at the top of the hill or at the bottom of the hill?
I believe it's radioactive all over the place.
Let's see here. Track map of Spa Francorchamps. Thank you. I would happily accept that. Here it is. Radion was the top, Eau Rouge is the bottom. I was right.
Eau Rouge.
Spa-Francorchamps is one of the longest racetracks you're ever going to race on. It's one of the longest racetracks in the world.
The world.
Trying to get the literal length here while I got the stats up. And, its current length is 7.004 kilometers or 4.352 miles. Its lap record is 1 minute 46.286, and it belongs to Valtteri Bottas. It is Mercedes W0809 during the 2018 Formula One World Championship.
Good old robot booty himself. The greatest racer to ever have a robot booty.
I have to ask the question, what do you even know about Valtteri Bottas, or is it literally just the name?
I mean, they kicked him off Verstappen's team because he was too good.
He was not on Verstappen's team. So that's...
Or was it Hamilton's team?
He was Hamilton's team, I guess.
There you go. It was one of those two shenanigan heads. And his name is Valtteri Bottas. That's the extent.
Do you know what country he's from?
I believe it is mainland Taiwan.
It is not. It is actually your favorite country for race car drivers.
Tajikistan?
It is Finland.
Whoa! You want to win, you get a fee. Because they're crazy.
That is alarmingly true. There's for a country as small as it is, Finland has a lot of notable race.
Well, apparently they teach them to drive on ice, like right away.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They're big in rallycross for that reason. Andrew D. Losing a spot there to Bertrand Barry there for fourth place. But yeah, you got Formula One world champions Mika Hakkinen, KK Rosberg, and technically Nico Rosberg is German, but his dad is Finnish, so we'll count.
That works.
One of, just making sure I'm right on this, two father-son champions. Oh no, two father-son champions in F1 history. KK and Nico.
Nico happening.
The only other one is, of course, Graham and Damon Hill. There are, of course, a number of other multi-generation families: the Bradleys, the Schumachers, the Villeneuves,
Villeneuve,
the PKs, who have had multiple members of the family in F1. Fittipaldi as well. But the championship unit is only two families. That is, I forget your first name, Mr. Stewart. I apologize, but you are passing Kent Scott.
I believe.
It was Adam or Alex?
It is Lord Denethor, Stewart of Gondor.
Oh, well, that doesn't start with an A, so that's a problem.
I mean, A is silent. It's an old dead language.
Martin Emmons on the tail of Magic Cash Truck. The battle of the Canadian and the Pole, often teammates. So it's interesting to see them battling each other for seventh place. And in behind them, that is Andy Darnell and Yuri Crutchville.
Crutchville.
I mean, I don't know how to say the name necessarily. I've never seen that name, and I'm not terribly good at Czechoslovakian names. Lucas Wallering, anyways.
I believe it's pronounced Smith.
Probably not Crutchville.
I believe it's pronounced I did not commit war crimes. It's hyphenated.
Side-by-side action between Kubovic and Komorowski. Speaking of war crimes. Slovakia and Poland, there's history there.
No.
Despite his spin, Josiah Jerome, by the way, is still your big mover. He is up 8 spots. Side by side through Pouillon. And Serge Hendricks apparently is off the track. There he is.
Dang it, Sergey.
What happened there? He was kind of on his own, so that must have just been a mistake there. Put him off the track. And he is downgraded to 10th place as a result.
One too many disco biscuits in the height of Russian disputation.
Other people rocking the teal and black car are apparently Scott Nick and Ricardo Costa, although I don't believe either of them are here today. So I think I'm only cheering for Serge Hendricks.
Big Dick Scott Nick. Wait, did you say, Ricardo Costa, right? Because Antonio.
Antonio.
Right. It's the other half of the sheep herders.
On board with Rhino Burger. Not really loving how his wheel is moving there. That suggests either a serious netcode issue or option B, he's not using a wheel, which, to be clear, if you're not using a wheel and you're doing as well as Rhino Burger is, a plus.
I would like to point out that if you're not using an Intellivision controller, you ain't no kind of man.
Vic Vega, by the way, moving up past Ken Scott. There was a guy that I used to race with as Bertrand Barrier ends up spun around there, coming out of Les Combes, who used to race with a joystick, like not a controller. I mean like a full-on like flight joystick. That was
nice,
weird and interesting. He was actually really, really fast. His name was Alessio. He was very, very fast, like blindingly quick, but like incredibly prone to just spinning the car.
Bro, there was an Xbox mech game that if you bought the special edition or something, it came with a full-on, like, deck, like a whole rig with joysticks and button panels and shit.
I don't know, and I'm very curious now.
I'll see if I'm dead. It was on the original Xbox.
I did not have an original Xbox, so this may be my problem.
And can while we're on the subject, can we bring back the original Xbox controller so real people can actually play video games again?
I don't mind the 360 controller.
Tiny little, tiny-handed freaks.
Your hands are huge. Yes. Henrik Andreasen and Antonio Costa battling it out for second place. They're not too far behind Tobias. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. And for the time, and Antonio did get the overtake done. And
Steel Battalion.
I don't think I've ever heard of it. I will have to research it afterwards though, because that does sound. Oh, Hendrik with a spin. That's not good. He was on the podium. He may still... No, he's not on the podium now. He gets overtaken by Andrew D. Just nice to see Andrew D up.
Delightful.
He's going to have to get up to speed here because he's got 4 cars coming down after him. Maybe 5, 6 cars. Oh, Lord! Serge Hendricks in the wall. What happened there?
He surged forward.
People are, like, slamming into the wall after last source, and I just don't know what oh, Lord, no! Gentlemen, 3 wide out of a route. That's not good. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Ugh. By the way, pit stops are happening with Komorowski and Kukovic being your first guys in.
There's a link to an article that has a picture of the controller.
On board with Bertrand Barrier, who along with Magic Kaschuk and Martin Edmonds gave me a heart attack, but they managed to negotiate. Looking down, we're missing a couple of notable drivers here today. No Alfonso Alexandre. We're missing James P. Butler. We're missing Jeb Sparks, Mauricio Delgado. Mauricio, how could you not be? Rene Armour. Good to see Rene Armour if he shows up for some races. And some other names I know. Steve Davidson not here. No Scott Nick. No Raul Valoria. And no Max Simmons.
He's probably sandbagging. Just wait until
Zoglu off and back on.
If I know Max Simmons, he's sandbagging until he needs to just win every race, and then he'll show up and win every race.
He hasn't had a good series in a while, actually, as Bertrand Barrier takes Magic Hashtag. But he goes very deep into the bus stop, but it looks like it worked. Nope. Oh, no. Darnell gets past Hashtag as well. Interesting.
Mike, I'm going to read
Jerome,
you,
by the way, moving up in the field.
I'm going to read you one line about Steel Battalion off the wiki page. Steel Battalion is a video game created by Capcom for the Xbox console, where the player controls a, quote, vertical tank. I.e. a mech.
Yep.
I just don't remember anybody saying vertical tank before. It was very funny to me.
I mean, I guess if you're standing in the feeder treads, that'd be a drinking thing.
It also had 2 sequels, Steel Battalion Line of Contact and Steel Battalion Heavy Armor.
So successful enough to get a 3-game series out of it.
Yeah, the last one used the
Henrik Andreasen has parked the car. He is out of the race, so we are down to 20 remaining drivers.
Donuts.
It looks like it looks like Andreasen might have had a mining incident.
Donuts.
It looks like he is below the tire barrier as Ken Scott has a spin and regains the track. A couple of guys have pitted since we last checked in. Magic Hashtag's been in. Lucas Blom, Fotis Zoglu, Serge Hendricks, Vic Vega. They've all been in. They've handled their pit stop, and we await some other people to do so as well. Bertrand Barrier running in place. And we pick up Adam Stewart. Who's running in 14th place. He is second last of the cars that have not pitted, so he's in a bit of a bad spot. Probably effectively would be outside the top 20 once he makes his pit. Or, well, I mean, we only have a top 20. Outside the top 15, there you go. Crashoville trying to chase down Andy Darnell for 6th place, and that is Serge Hendricks off again. Serge, you're making it hard for me to cheer for you. Like, I'm cheering for you because of the paint job, and you're destroying that paint job. Oh, again! What is up? What is up, Serge? My God. To be honest, I think that car probably is just carrying damage at this point.
He's ran over too many squirrels. His tires are all slippery and gooey.
Yuri Krachoville into the pit stop. Or the pit lane, I should say.
Surely make you lose your mind?
I mean, I lost my mind long ago, sir.
Sir, would you like to know the currency of Namibia?
Did they?
It is the Namibian dollar. Not exciting, but it is abbreviated as NAD. So, I mean, you go around grabbing NADs all the time. No one can stop you.
I mean, most places don't have a terribly interesting currency name.
No, but I mean, NAD, come on. NAD's pretty good. I hear they're heavy. Woo-hoo!
Oh, Lord! Surge! What have you done?
Just had a power surge. Sir, too much
and he's going to park the car off that, and I can't say I blame him.
Nope.
I don't think that car was going anywhere.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Bad day for my livery of choice, because he was the only one in the field.
Correct.
As Adam Stewart is off the track as well.
Actually, one of my favorite YouTubers, Crime Pays What Botany Doesn't, he went to South Africa / Namibia and looked around and like, they got wild botany down there, my guy.
Adam Stewart made the pit. His car does not look like it's handling well. You've got to pit anyways. You just hit the wall. Now would be the time, my man. I hope to see him in the pits next time.
The armpits. Or not.
So Tobias Theerolf leads from Costa, D, Edmonds, Barrier, Darnell, Jerome, Berger, Ryder, and Martel. Keep in mind, all 10 of those guys still have to pit, along with Adam Stewart and Ken Scott. Leading guy who has pitted, 11th place, Magic Kaszuk from Yuri Krecheville, Christian Kubovic, and Adam Komros.
Namibia is made up of the following climate types: arid desert hot, arid desert cold, arid desert steppe hot, and arid steppe cold.
Bardia with a great run through Eau Rouge, going side by side with Martin as they approach Les Combes. See if he can make the overtake happen here. Nope. Martin just nose ahead.
There's also this little bitty tiny dot of green, which is temperature dry winter hot summer. I don't think that's any better, but all right.
I mean, it's green. It's probably a little better.
I think they just ran out of colors that weren't like orange, red, yellow, pink. What do we got? Green? That's... Shouldn't we make it black?
I mean, black, I feel like it's just an oil field.
Could be.
Josiah Jerome on the tail of Christian Kubovic, looking to take 11th place. And he is indeed going to get it through. Oh, whoa. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Just Nick. He makes the overtake through Lecom. On board with Bertrand Barrier.
Oh.
He's running in 5th place. Although he does have to pit still. I don't really think anybody who has pitted is likely to be ahead of him. I don't know how much time is lost in a pit stop. I'd be interested to know. And Race App should have the answers to that. Oh, Lord! Martin Edmonds in the wall. Contact with Bertrand Barrier.
Martin, I think that was all your fault based on the fact that it happened so fast. I don't know.
I also was looking at the Race App for on my side.
Well,
I don't know.
You know, they're going around a corner and stuff happens. Be sure to tune into Martin's new album, Pour Some Gravy on Me.
I get to see the... it used to be I could look at the pit stop times.
Pour some gravy on me.
That might be a paid feature. Oh no, I got pit stop delta. So we're looking at about 30 to 40 seconds. That's not too bad. I can kind of predict that now. So, yeah, the top 5 are probably the top 5. They'll probably go in the pits and probably come out ahead of everybody behind them. Kaszuk will make his way up to probably about 6th place. So in the pits there, that is Bertrand Barrier and Adam Komorowski. Komorowski had already been in the pits, so I'm a little concerned that he's in the pits again. Or he might have just been off track. Okay, he's moving up. Okay, he was just off track. Top 6 yet to pit, as well as Adam Stewart and Ken Scott. As this is Christian Kubovic trying to make the overtake stick against Josiah Jerome, and he is unable to. So they're having a good little battle for 9th place. Probably 8th place on adaptation. They'll for sure overtake Rick Martel when he pits. The top 5 are a little out of their reach. Rhino Berger and Lucas Blom going to battle.
The Bath Blom. The Atomic Blom.
And there is Kaszuk. He is caught up to the back of the non-pitters Rick Martel. And this is not Rick's fight, so yeah, he'll more or less just get out of the way as Andy Darnell is off the track. And there he is. Andy, now might be a good time to go in the pits, Andy. Seen a lot of spins today, so it's just these cars are quite hard to handle. I might fire up the sim rig and take them for a spin. I don't think I own it though, so I might not be able to do that. This is one of those cars I don't actually own.
You should buy every single car for every single game.
No, there are some cars I don't wish to own.
What?
I don't like them.
Maybe that's a skill issue. Or
I would have to say no to that.
Also, probably because you've had both legs removed and replaced with live centipedes.
No, I just don't like them. Because like I there are cars that I am objectively bad at that I race. It's my pick of cars that I like has nothing to do with how good I am. So Kukovic is trying to overtake Andy Darnell, who is rejoining from the pits. I'm gonna go have a look and see if I actually own these cars on my.
Sir, last time you told me anything, all you own are Lambos and Zondas.
Oh God, no. Dislike both intensely.
What?
The Zonda in this game is not fun to drive. Not fun at all.
Again, sounds like a skill issue.
Again,
or is it like legitimately too much power?
It's just not fun. And I mean, like, it is a skill issue, obviously. Like, if I could control the car effectively, I probably would like it.
Yeah.
But like, it's just not fun. Like, it's just kind of a nightmare. That's my take. If it's like anyone's favorite car, that's fine. It's great. You do you.
Well, spoiler alert, found some titties on Wikipedia on the Namibia article. You know, that's a little Easter egg for anybody actually listening to commentary.
I mean, I think that would listen to commentary.
I don't
know. I'm trying to find the Praga here.
He's from Belgium. Good old Praga Con.
Honestly, not. Oh, there it is. I do not own the Praga. So
Praga.
I will be unable to share in your pain, John. $3.80. I can give it for a test drive, see if I want it. Probably don't, though. I don't really like these whole supercar, like hypercar type ideas, which is the kind of thing we got here. I don't really care for them. They tend not to have great side-by-side racing capability.
I think all you need to do is pull a brake stand, and then you can wheelie the entire race.
That is kind of like my ideal car in a sim racing game, is something that can race side by side really easily, and that you don't need a super high level of talent to drive it, because the higher the skill level, the more the field just divides up, and it's not terribly fun. As Crutcherville gets squeezed a bit there by Josiah Jerome. Surprising that they're battling for 5th place, actually. As we're still waiting on Theorolf and Stewart to hit the pit. As we've lost Fotis Zizoglu from the race and are down to 18 cars. It's probably why I like GT3 cars so much, or like GT cars in general, is people are like, they're boring and stuff, and obviously, like, they're overdone in all kinds of games. So I get it, as Adam Stewart's off again. But they do tend to be the point where, like, almost anybody can drive them to a reasonable level. And then on top of that, you have a lot of side-by-side racing opportunity. So you have a lot of people who are just... You have a big grid, and a grid that can actually go side by side and race each other effectively on a lot of tracks. So go on board with Yuri Crutcherville as he is trying to catch up to Josiah Jerome, who is having a phenomenal day Qualified 22nd and is up into 5th place.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Some say that he uses nasal spray made out of Scotch bonnets.
In behind him, there's a good battle going on between Bertrand Barrier, Christian Kubovic, and Andy Darnell. 7th, 8th, and 9th place. Adam Komorowski in the top 10. Tip my hat to him. Martin Edmonds is a little out of place. He's down in 15th place. I do hope to see him charge back through the field. We'll find out. But we'll have to do that the hard way.
I'm sorry, did you say the hard way?
The hard way.
Are you about to call him Chris Hansen?
No. I see you're choosing the hard way.
Why do you have a seat over there?
As Adam Stewart hits the pit finally. I didn't bring no cookies, no milk, no nothing.
Do we have any racers named Chris? Am I blanking on somebody?
I'm sure we do.
You would be sure of that.
Martin Edmonds making it past Rick Martel. Probably Rick realizing he's not really in a fight with Martin.
I swear to God, I know like 8 guys named Chris.
Well, let's see here. I'll have a look at who's online right now over in the Discord. I'm sure there's probably Chris.
Oh, that guy's dead.
Christopher Becko.
Never heard of him. Who'd he ever beat?
He was in a season of 3D Speed. I think he hasn't really had the schedule to compete with this recently. And we also have a guy named Chris Moses. I don't know who that is, but he's in the Discord.
There's a lot of those in the Discord.
So, of the people online right now, there are only 2 Chris's. So there you go.
Both of them actually named Steve.
Seems unlikely.
Indeed.
That's Bertrand Barrier trying to get past Yuri Kracheville as he goes through Eau Rouge, heading down to Lake Home. I think he's got this. He seems like he's got a little bit more momentum, although Kracheville is to the inside. We'll see if he can hang on. Barrier in the silver car. And it will indeed be Barrier who takes the spot.
And now he represents a Barrier to entry.
Barrier looked like he might have had a shot at a podium earlier. And he still might. He is only about 7 seconds. Not 7 seconds. About 10 seconds away from the podium. So, I guess it's still on. He's got time, 22 minutes. We'll see. Kracheville having a little power slide there and ends up in the wall. Overtaken by Kubovic, Darnell, and that is Adam Komorowski going through as well. Or no, that might be a lap car. So with all the pit stops done, Tobias Thierolf, the last man in, has taken a 28-second lead over Antonio Acosta. Andrew D is in 3rd place, followed by Magic Kaszczuk, Josiah Terrell, Bertrand Barrier, Christian Kubovic, Andy Darnell, Yuri Kracheville, and Adam Komorowski. That's your top 10. Then we have Blom, Berger, Reiter, Edmonds, Vega, Martel, Stewart, and Scott still running. We've lost Zoglu, Hendricks, Andreasen, Wollering, and Vunger. Possibly some other people.
Sir, I've come across a species of dolphin I did not know existed. It's Risso's dolphin. It is the only species of the genus Grampus. Some of the closest related species are pilot whales, pygmy killer whales, melon-headed whales, and false killer whales. These are all like porpoise type shenanigans, I think.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong about that. But these things
rejoins runoff.
These things are literally everywhere. They're like every single coastline except for the east coast of Africa and the northern coast of South America for some reason. These things are like least concern. They are all over the place. They're 10 feet long, so they're like a third bigger than a people. Apparently they're just fucking very, very, very common, and I've never heard of these things. You'd think at some point somebody would just put one on screen. What a bunch of shit.
There's Andy Darnell running at 8th place as he is trying to get past Christian Kubovic. Andy Darnell always has a pretty nice livery whenever there's one available. I enjoy his taste of aesthetics.
He's the worst. He's colorblind.
He's not the worst. He's good. I've had a little bit of experience with him. Famously, the two of us started on the front row of a race at Brands Hatch on a reverse grid, where we finished like 15th and 14th in the prior race. And we got up front, and even he was joking about it. He's just like, who's on the front row? And I'm like, it's me! I'm going to build that wall!
It's me! It's the D-O-double-G.
We got along nicely and actually wound up running away with it for a while because the guys behind us piled up into, I'm blanking on the turn name, but it's the one after Druids at Brands Hatch for anyone who knows the circuit. There was like a giant pile up there, and the two of us got away scot-free. We're like, oh, well, we might have some here. As that is Andy Darnell making the overtake on Christian Kubovic for 7th position. But Kubovic gets it back. Side by side between Martin Edmonds and Mr. Ryder, Timo Ryder is the name. And Martin will get 13th place for the time being. Ryder's not giving up on it, though. He does kind of concede as we head into the bus stop. The bus stop chicane has the honor, is that the word I'm looking for? Of being the first turn that a young Michael was able to actually remember as a child. I was watching the 1993 Belgian Grand Prix, and that was the first turn ever that actually stuck in my brain as like a turn from that point onwards.
I only remember 1993 as the year that the Blue Jays did not win the World Series.
True.
Which means it was the worst year that's ever existed. Followed by every other year that has also been worse than that. Except 96. 96 was pretty good for music. There's a lot of great albums, classic albums that year.
I feel like you're being a little bit Debbie Downer with that.
You know what? Just because I'm right doesn't mean you're not right as well.
Kubovic and Darnell continuing to battle it out here as they work their way through the sort of middle of the track. Making their way down to Blanchiment shortly.
Making their way downtown. Moving fast.
Blanchiment is admittedly an incredibly fun turn to drive through. This is basically, in most cars right here, this one here, pretty much full throttle. You're scared to death going through it. And it's great. And then we end up with the heavy braking zone here on the bus stop again.
Oh, you know what? I just expanded the comments or the info section on this video. And so we're doing the alternate...
Adam Stewart in the wall again?
We're doing the alternate weekend thing again. Mm-hmm. Which I was not aware of. So you're going to have to remind me, because I will not remember.
I am more than prepared for that.
And if I don't remember, no one else is going to remember. Because my memory is like an aluminum trap. You use it like 2-3 times, and it's kind of bent and kind of fucked up. And
I got you, fam.
the teeth just aren't as sharp anymore. The frame's all twisted. I'm going to be doing the Raceroom Raceway International Raceway of Internationality.
One of the greatest fictional circuits of all time, in my opinion.
Baloney, I've designed 98 tracks that are better than that. Including Escaping the Bowl.
Not counting Trackmania.
Escaping the Bowl, Byron's Giant, and Mio's Birthday Surprise. Spoiler alert, at least 2 of those are penis tracks.
At least 2 of them are penises.
Uh-huh. And I even managed to get Mio to race one on stream, hilariously.
Oh, several of them, actually.
Yeah, but like it would specifically the Mio's Birthday Surprise was...
I also did the Byron's Giant on stream.
Oh, did you? Oh, you're right, okay. You should do another one of those where you just test out all the tracks that I made, like one on like another spree. Like all of the post I streamed Byron's tracks stream thing.
I got most of them done on that stream.
No, because I went and made like a lot more, and then I emailed them to you, and they're just languishing.
I haven't done a Trackmania stream in a while.
Correct. And you're kind of between baseballs.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the mechs for a little bit.
You would.
I would.
See, I told you. See, I was right. He would.
I believe I said that.
Indeed, you did.
Yeah. Surprising we're going to use the Raceroom National Circuit. That's interesting. We got that coming up. We also have the Red Bull Ring Moto layout. Sachsenring. Sachsenring Grand Prix, which Martin has a bizarre fascination with the Sachsenring.
I don't remember ever hearing about that one.
He just always advocates for it to be included on calendars.
Fair enough. Oh, they got a track named after a gun. That's cool. The BRNO?
Yeah, BRNO. Czech Republic.
BRNO pistol. That thing's kind of good. Kind of interesting.
The Sachsenring, Slovakia Ring. I love Slovakia Ring.
So a Red Bull ring and a Slovakia Ring, those are different things that you get after you ingest different substances.
There's also Nürburgring.
If you're out there Nürburgring around, you're gonna get one of those too.
And then we finish it off at Zandvoort.
Zandvoort, which is in Brooklyn.
No.
What?
It's in the Netherlands by the beach.
Down by the beach, let it say. That goes out to Josiah Jerome.
Who's having an excellent day.
Indeedly do.
As
like
Darnell and
finish on the
Kukovic are
podium.
still battling it out. And Edmonds is now up onto Rhino Burger, looking for 12th position.
Rhino burgers. That's why the northern white rhino went extinct. Too many rhino burgers. Oh, no, wait, it was too many fucking idiots from Asia thinking that fingernail dust is going to make their dick hard. Sorry, I got that wrong. Not angry at all.
He's not angry at all, no.
Fucking shitheels. Yeah, get him! Fuck him up. Put him in the wall.
And Edmonds overtakes Rhino Burger. 12th place.
Get him, Edmonds. Fuck him up. Sorry,
Christian
Rhino.
Kukovic now in a battle with... Nope, that's still Darnell. It's still the same battle he was in before.
Heck and or Darnell.
See if he can get past. It looks like he might be able to get past here. He's running in 7th place and he is through. Heading back through Eau Rouge. And that is Rick Martel off the track.
You know what this series needs? I mean, other than Wolverine's high on PCP.
Ken Scott off the track, by the way.
This race series requires more Riccobeni.
I haven't seen Paul Riccobeni in racing
Sir,
quite.
Sir, I believe you're going the incorrect way, sir. Man, there's a car that goes through my neighborhood that sounds a lot like that.
It's probably not a Praga.
Only it's clearly been tuned by a moron. It sounds like the worst part of anything I've ever heard Ken Block drive. Constantly.
The worst tuning job I've ever heard is I heard a Rice Rocket, like, a tuned up Honda Civic noise, and then I looked around, I couldn't see a Honda Civic. I realized it was a freaking Ford Mustang making that noise, and I'm like,
oh god,
why do you have a Mustang and you tuned it to sound like a Civic?
Can somebody just be cool for once and like do some kind of wild, crazy shit with the van?
I've seen that done.
Respect to the Queen of Nürburgring.
There is your race leader, Tobias Thirl, making a move there to lap somebody. Not sure whom. Could be Ken Scott. Could be Stewart as well. The cars at the back are all the black, red, and white cars, so like it's not really helping me here. The red cars are seemingly cursed today. Just saying. Pick up Andy Darnell again. His battle with Kubovic is on pause at the moment. Kubovic is managed to get a little bit of distance out in front of him. See if he can reel him back in here in the last 10 minutes. It's about 5 laps roughly.
Speaking of reeling back in, I've discovered that there's a dude on YouTube that is essentially Bob Ross, but fishing. But he takes his kayak out, and he's like, he just kind of goes fishing. It's like, we're going to catch, oh, look, it got me a big mad bass. I got me, oh, look at this pike. Pike's pretty big. It's pretty. Look at this. I'm going to have to measure this guy. He's pretty enormous. He's from, like, North Dakota or something like that. And
Adam Stewart rejoining there very, very delicately.
Like if you just want, like, both the excitement of fishing and the calm, relaxing, peaceful aspects of fishing all in one go, this dude is the best. Like, I can't remember, it's NDY Angler or something. I'll have to try. I'll try and find it here.
Okay.
I know this is a very niche thing. I understand that. I'm off on a tangent. I understand.
Very niche.
You shut your mouth.
I mean, even by your standards, this is niche.
I'm gonna stab you right in the groin.
Well, don't do that.
With some biscuits.
What kind of biscuits you making?
I'm not telling you. That's the dangerous part. Also, this dude uses lures that I could not even conceive of. Like, there's a big, like, snake type thing, and multiple bird lures, and they kind of flap through the top of the water, which makes a lot of sense if you're going after, prey type species like pike and muskies. I just never conceived that they ever existed.
I like how I have one VRP sitting on my Raceroom store account. One virtual dollar.
Just waiting for the next one to join forces.
I'm just looking at what I don't own. Oh, I don't own Interlagos. I should fix that. I like Interlagos. Big fan. I also don't own Assen, which is... I'm mixed on that one. So we're on board with Andy Darnell. He's caught up to Kubovic in the Kemmel Straight. And we'll see if he's going to make a move here in Les Combes. He's got the inside line. And Kubovic gets a little bit of snap oversteer there. And Darnell is through. Andy Darnell moving up into 7th place.
Oh, yeah. ND Yak Angler. YAK. So this is like North Dakota Yak Angler. Because he is in a kayak.
Vic Vega with a little spin there. He'll rejoin without too much finishing.
Indeed. Anyway, the upshot is you get to watch a dude go fishing. It's very relaxing. It's very peaceful, no matter how crazy the action gets. It's almost like an ASMR of fishing.
Let's see here, what battles we got? We got Kubovic and Darnell are still close enough together to rehook it up. Josiah Jerome, Magic Cash Chuck. 4th place is still on the line there. Looking further down the field, I'm not really seeing anything. Like there's a little bit between Blom and Komarowski possibly for 10th place. And Crutcherville is a little bit further back of Kubovic and Darnell, so he can maybe stick his nose in there. We'll see.
We'll stick something else in there, wheel it around.
With Josiah Jerome through Eau Rouge, he has lost a little bit of ground. Probably a little bit of a bad run through La Source, perhaps. Love the long shots out of Eau Rouge like this.
The red, well, it filters through. That's going to be stuck in my head for a while. Thanks, Mike.
It's your fault.
Yeah. I have a special kind of brain.
Mm-hmm. If Casey the Sunshine Band gets stuck in your head, that's my fault.
Jungle Boogie, piddly. You tell Boone that I said he's probably an okay guy.
I think,
but I will make orphans of his children.
you are 5 inches taller than him and about 100 pounds heavier.
Why did he challenge me to simulated combat?
Because you got cranky when he created a +1 that was like your size.
I mean, that's the 93rd +1. I know a guy who knows a guy whose cousin could beat Byron in The Sim.
I still think you think that happens way more than that.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But
it's basically just Sullivan and Noah.
It's happened a lot more lately, and I've probably blown it out of proportion. But at some point, bro, you gotta be the dude. I don't need a creative fighter. I know a guy who might be me, that is 5 times better than me. Noah's
literally the only one that I think anyone's done as a +1 that is your size.
Do we have any confirmation this man exists?
No, but I trust Boone.
Trust Boone.
I also think Boone doesn't have nearly enough interest in the sense.
Oh baby, we're going around.
Josiah Jerome up the inside, looking to make a move here on Magic Cash Chuck into the. They call me. He hasn't given up on it yet. He hasn't given up on it yet. As why are we looking at Adam Stewart? No offense, Adam Stewart, lovely person.
No.
That's not what we're going to see right now.
Timo Ryder, slow yo punk ass down.
No, it's more that Boone barely understands what the sim is. Frankly,
that's fair. It seems as though everybody's targeting me, and I feel that I am the brunt of aggression, and y'all ain't shit, and I'm gonna fucking monkey stomp anybody you bring. I don't care.
I mean, it's basically just Craig and Doug.
Yeah, that's fair.
Spit out there for Bertrand Barrier.
I feel like Doug's trying to test my overness. And bruh, I'm 5 times more over than you think.
In fairness to Doug did create you a very over pro wrestler. So
it is true.
I feel like he's earned a little.
It is true, but I feel like I'm still undersold.
Oh no, sir! You did a Giant Man tour before signing with AEW. It's like selling things out.
Might I point out that my ridiculous shenanigans here on commentary, knowing nothing about the subject, which is not totally true, has secured us multiple inter-species commentary jobs.
All right, Josiah Jerome looking for the move here on Magic Cash Chuck into the bus stop.
Nope.
He'll have one more lap after this. Cash Chuck holds him off. His next big opportunity will be Les Sources and then Les Cons.
Can we get Martin to insert every time anybody overtakes Magic Cabbage Truck to insert the dude from Avatar: The Last Airbender is like, my cabbages!
I don't think he's going to do that. Just
Martin, I know you're listening.
Side by side, through Eau Rouge. Oh my God, you people are crazy.
Martin, it would be funny.
Go. Oh boy!
Oh Lord!
Oh boy! Josiah makes it. Might have cut the track a little bit there, but no track cut penalty came up. And to be honest, with the contact with the other car, I'm going to allow it.
It's like the end of
that is overtake of the day right there.
It's like the dentist taking the polishing brush to the back molars. Like it was a lot of grinding.
That was overtake of the day. Probably the series, by the time we're done, for me. It's going to be hard to beat that. Lucas Blom is caught up to Adam Komorowski. He's looking to get up into the top 10. See if he can go close. Komorowski picking up a slow down penalty right before the Kemmel Straight. That will help. But the time is tucked down to 0, so this will be his final lap.
The final Cowtown.
By the way, Tobias Thierolf has won the race.
Correct. He's 27 laps ahead.
That's how many laps he's done.
And everybody else has only done 4. 4.5.
I think, hard to guess, I think Ken Scott's done 24, and that's probably, that'll be the most.
Dang.
Outside of, like, Vonger. Vonger did the field. Oh, Lord. Vic Vega and Timo Reiter. Getting up off the track.
Night Rider.
Lucas Blom still trying to run him down here. They got a lapped car up ahead of them. Not sure which of the red and white cars that is. Sorry, gentlemen, but there's a bunch of you with very similar liveries that are down a lap. That's all I can say.
Timo, if it's pronounced Reiter, holla at your boy. I got different jokes for readers.
Nope, it was Ken Scott. Was the lap car. Blom has got one last chance, basically. He's got to make it stick at the bus stop, which is coming up here.
Down here
side by side through Blanchemont. And there it is. Up ahead is the bus stop. This is the last chance for Lucas Blom for a top 10 here against Adam Komorowski. Komorowski's got it easily covered off, I think.
Last chance to dance, motherfuckers.
Oh, he doesn't! Woo! Blom pulls it off! It's going to be a photo finish between these two. It's very, very close. They're both 42 seconds behind. He's got it.
Whole length. Give him the
Lucas
whole length,
Blom
baby.
pulls ahead.
Blom
Komorowski went a little bit too deep into the bus stop and screwed up his exit, and that allowed Blom to make the overtake happen. So, 10th place for the Swiss driver. Very nice.
Josiah Jerome fits on the extended podium. Very nice. Well done.
Gets 4th place. Gets the overtake of the day, though. I'll say that right now.
But the most important finish is Andrew D. in 3rd.
Tobias Thierolf takes the win ahead of Antonio Costa, Andrew D., Josiah Jerome, Magic Kashuk, Bertrand Barrier, Andy Darnell, Christian Kubovich, Yuri Kracheville, Lucas Blom with a big overtake there for a top 10 ahead of Adam Komorowski. Martin Edmonds, a disappointing 12th place ahead of Rhino Berger, Timo Reiter, Vic Vega, Rick Martel, Adam Stewart, and Ken Scott. We lost Fotis Zogalou, Serge Hendricks, Henrik Andreasen, which was a big deal because he was up there for a podium, Lucas Wollering, and Fredrikos Vonger to various states of DNFage.
Rhino Berger.
Championship order is, well, as it is, because this is the opening round. We'll take a quick look at who's the leading amateur, which is Andy Darnell. Oh, we're counting Andy Darnell as an amateur. Interesting. Andy Darnell, Christian Kubovich, and Yuri Kracheville are all considered amateurs. That's your top 3. So there you go. Lowest ranking pro is Vic Vega. Not including the DNFs. Serge Hendricks, Henrik Andreasen, and Lucas Wallering all qualify as pros, but they did not see the checkered flag. Byron, do you have any final thoughts?
Work on your scoop slam power slams.